Recently, Turkey agreed to the Russia to drop to one side the demands regarding North Atlantic Treaty Organization (NATO) and Ukraine. It is also requested to the Russia to take the moderate to approach on its demands. It is the Western Alliance, that is the US and other Western countries. Earlier, the US intelligence reports said the tension of Russia-Ukraine border represent a major security crisis for the region, with the protection of a snowball into the border conflict. Key points: the background and first the history. The history, that is the Ukraine and Russia share hundreds of years. The culture, indigenous, the family links. For many Russia and the ethnically Russian parts of Ukraine, they share the heritage of the countries. It is the emotional issue that been the explored to the electric and the military purpose. As part of the Soviet Union, the Ukraine was the second most powerful Soviet republic after Russia, and it was the critically, the strategically, economically, and culturally. The conflict, ever the sense the Ukraine dispelled the Soviet Union, both Russia and the West have the weight of a great influence in the country. In order keep the balance of the power, the region offer there the favor. Also, the unique of a geography of the Black Sea, the region the conference survives the geopolitical advantage of a Russia. The Donbass region, the Donetsk and the Luhansk region of eastern Ukraine has been the facing a problem of Russia separate movement since 2014. In 2014, Russia has seized the Crimea and Ukraine. That was the first time of a European country annexed territory on another country's sides since World War II, 1939 to 1945. In 2015, and after the conflict was the average, after the Minsk II peace agreement was signed by the representative of Russia, Ukraine, and the Organization of Security Cooperation in Europe, that is the OSCE. Recently, Ukraine agreed to the NATO to separate his country membership in this alliance. Russia declared such a move a red line and worried about the concept of the US-led the military alliance expanding light to the doorstep. Current situation: Russia is seeing the assurance from the UK that the Ukraine will not be introduced to the NATO. However, the US is not prepared to give any such as assurance. This has left the countries in standoff with less of 1,000 of Russian troops ready to invade to Ukraine. Russia is keeping the tension high the Ukraine border in order to get satisfaction relief and other concessions from the West. Any kind of a military action by the US or European Union against Russia would prefer to major crisis on the whole world, and also the far not be the mooted and parties involved. However, the US has the effort to reopen the talks between the NATO alliance and Russia to ease the Russia concurrence. A meeting of the NATO Russia in Council has been the purpose for January 2022, though Ukraine has not publicly agreed. Turkey's stand: Turkey has irritated Russia by supplying the combat of drones to Ukraine that was the Russia fears could be the used Ukraine his warfare separated in two eastern regions. Turkey has also upset the US and NATO acquiring on advanced missile defense system from Russia that result in a satisfaction from the United States. It has agreed to the Russia and Western Defense Alliance to remove their difference in a direct negotiation proposed by the NATO Chief Jens Stoltenberg. India's stand: India did not join the Western Powers Convention of Russia invasion in Crimea and kept a low profile on the issue. In November 2020, India voted against a Ukraine support resolution in the UN nation. Conduct to the Allied the human rights violation in Crimea territory backing all the Russia as the issue. What is the NATO? North Atlantic Treaty Organization. It is a military alliance established by the North Atlantic Treaty, also called the Washington Treaty. On April 1949 by the United States, Canada, and surveyed the Western European nation to provide the collectivity security against the Soviet Union. A key provision of the treaty, that is the called Article 5, states that if one member of the alliance is attacked in European North America, it is the considered attack all member. That effectively of a put Eastern Europe under the nuclear umbrella of the US. NATO has only once won the Article 5 in September 2001 following the 1911 attacks World Trade Center in the US. As of 2019, there are 29 members with Morgan become the latest number to join the alliance in 2017. Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe. It is the world's largest security organized investigation of an organization. It is a mandate that includes such as the arms control, promotion of human rights, freedom of the press, and fair the election. Its headquarters are in Vienna. It was established in 1972 and it is the first conference that was attended by all 33 countries of Europe and by the United States and Canada. All 57 participant states enjoy this equal states and decisions are taken by the consider of politically but not legally binding the basic. India is a not participating state. The open skies, considered the communities regulated meet the OSCFE, the Vienna. It is the implement body of the Open Skies Treaty, which 2002 established or remained to the undernamed earlier the observation fight over the territory of 33 countries. What is the way forward? First of all, a practical solution in the solution, the reverse of a main piece of a process. There are the West should be push both sides to resume like talks the end life of their communities as per the means the agreement to resolve the relative the peace on the border. The US should also seek this agreement from all parties engaged or more directly in an OSCE mediate process to stem and owing demanding to European security, the dumping of human economic cost, and the third to the Ukraine sovereignty.